A lot of shit happened, okay? So people are strapped because you don't know what's gonna happen. But then liberals are like, oh, God, stop the guns. I'm gonna make a sign, stop the guns. Right? No, embrace them. Level the playing field out. That's what's gonna stop these hate groups, I think, anyways. Because they're not afraid, because they're armed and you're not. So basically, what's gonna turn this country around is the day a vegan beta male with a man bun does a drive-by in a Prius at a Klan rally and exposes them for the faggots they really are. Nothing's gonna happen. I know I said faggots, but I was worried I was getting too preachy. You know what I mean? I don't want you to feel like I'm not dirty too. You know what's funny? My wife got me to stop saying that word, right? Like the 2000s, she got me to stop saying the word. I swear to God, this is a true story. I was driving back. I was in LA and I had her on speakerphone. I had a good set and everything, so I was psyched and I was talking to her, making her laugh and shit. And I'm driving, and this is the hilarious thing is I'm driving a Prius, right? And the Prius, the 2008, had like this 2-inch like metal on either side that was like a blind spot. If you went to take a left, and if there was somebody in the crosswalk and they fucking lined up with the thing, okay, you wouldn't see them, and they get run over by this little doorstop of a car, right? So wouldn't you know it, that night I'm going down the street in my Prius, and I'm making my wife laugh, and I go to make a left, Hollywood and La Brea, I never forget it, and this guy was lined up, and at the last second, I saw him, almost ran him over, and I swerved out of the way and stomped on the brakes, and the guy, of course, turned around, and he goes, you fucking asshole, why don't you look where the fuck you're driving? Jesus Christ, fucking wake up. He's screaming at me, and I put the window down, I was trying to explain, I'm sorry, I didn't see you, there's like a 2-inch thing, and you were lined up. He goes, what the fuck, you almost ran out of my fucking front. He's screaming at me, I'm trying to explain myself, and he kept fucking yelling at me, and he wouldn't listen, and I finally just snapped. I was like, with your tight pants, you fucking faggot. Right? So my wife flips out. She's like, Bill, you cannot say that anymore, right? And what was funny was the guy actually laughed, right? I swear to God, like he threw his head back and he really laughed. And to this day, I don't know why. Like, was he laughing because he was a little fat? Was his pants getting a little tight? Was it around the holidays? Or was it just funny to see a bald ginger in a Prius call him that word? I don't know what it was. But he got a huge laugh out of it. And that word actually ended the argument between the two of us. But my wife broke it down to me. She goes, you can't say that word. It's a really hurtful word. And I was like, all right, well, I don't want to be an asshole. So, it took a while, but I stopped. And, but there's they never gave you like a replacement word. Like this phantom limb syndrome here. It's like, what do you call somebody who cuts you off in traffic and then you pull up at a red light and they don't have the decency to look at you as you're fucking screaming at your window? What do you call them? It's the alliteration. Fucking, it just gets it out of you. You know what's funny is I don't own a gun, but I fucking love them. I do. Like, if I'm walking down the street and I see a gun store, I gotta go in and look at them. I do. But I'm not into, like, the semi-automatic weapon. That's for people that suck at shooting. You know what I mean? Like, how many fucking attempts? There he is. There. Work. Those you should get 6 shots, all right? If you can't get the fucking job done, that's it. You're done, right? No, I like them. I like the revolvers and all that old school shit I saw in the cop movies when I was growing up. I like all of those guns. But guns also scare me because I feel like guns are kind of like guitars, you know? Like almost every house has one, but not really anybody's that good at it, you know? Just kind of over in the corner collecting dust, you know? And I get with guitar how you get better. You play 2-3 hours a day. I don't get, how do you get better at shooting? Like, how do you practice? Gun range. They always say that, the gun range. That's not practicing. It's a total controlled environment. You go down there and you put on your little headset, got to protect my hearing. I wouldn't want my ears to go ringy-ding-ding. And then you lay out all your bullets, little charcuterie board. I have my weapon pointed down, you fucking thing. And now it's time for the target. Then you sit there and you're like, A poo. A poo poo. Poo. A pee. Oh, center mass. I'm going to hang that in my house so everybody sees what a badass I am. That's not practicing. You want to practice? Have somebody wake you up at 3 in the morning when you're wearing nothing but your pajama bottoms. And they throw you in the garage. There's a baby, a rattlesnake, and a fucking bear. And your wife's flipping the lights on and off going, do something, Johnny, do something, do something, do something. That is practicing. Yeah. I feel like that's how it's going to go down. I don't know shit about it, but I got a good feeling that, you know, the day somebody breaks into your house, gun owners, they're not going to come in like this. You know? They're not going to be like peeking around the corner and then just go, would-dee, dee, dee. Anyway. Yeah, so I have learned a lot about myself over the last few years, you know what I mean? I had to quit drinking, you know? I never thought I'd have a problem with that shit, you know? Because when I grew up, right, you know, the shit was so different when we were growing up. Like, even like gay people. Like, the way it was thought was there was like 3 gay people in Massachusetts and the rest of them were in San Francisco, right? Everything was fucked up, right? Like addiction, it was either you have the addictive gene or you don't. And it's like, no. What I kind of learned is fucking everything is sort of a spectrum, right? Not just autism, you know? I'm sick of words getting hijacked. All right, when I was a kid, like the spectrum was the color spectrum. Dr. J and the 76ers played in an arena called the Spectrum, right? So the first time somebody said to me, hey, my kid's on the spectrum, I'm thinking, no, he isn't. They tore that shit down in 2010. I don't know what you're talking about. You need to elaborate. Just say he has autism so I can fucking catch up, all right? I don't speak the jargon here. So I think everything is like a spectrum. Okay, well, we'll start with my drinking, right? So when I was growing up, it was either you are a fucking alkie or you aren't, and it isn't. Okay, there's all of this. So we'll say this right here is full-on addiction. This is literally sucking dick behind a donut shop, 11:30 in the morning on a Tuesday for a fucking 12-pack, not even a case, a 12-pack, in jean shorts and a half shirt, right? And then this over here, this is like a teetotaler. Like, I tried alcohol, I didn't like it. It just, I've always been into books, That's been my drugs, I like a good book, right? And I'll tell you, when you see me reading that book, I am in that book, and I ain't taking that journey, right? But there's all fucking this. Like, my drinking got, like, all the way, I realized I couldn't have it in the house. That's what it was. I just, like, consumed it, and then I got all the way to, like, right here, right? I mean, I wasn't sucking dick, but the donut shop was over the horizon. The donut shop was in view, and I was like, what am I doing? You know what I mean? I couldn't fucking stop. But then, so then I thought I was an alcoholic, so I went to, like, an AA meeting, and the people were telling their stories, and after a couple people sharing, I was just going like, all right, I drink, but these people, Jesus Christ. I mean, they were animals. Yellow fingers, still smoking, chowing down pastries. And they're like, Bill, would you like to go up and share some of your stories? I was like, I can't fucking follow that. I had 3 tall bourbons and fell asleep to the Rockford Files. I don't think that's gonna follow this guy, Missing teeth and selling his ass in the street. I can't follow that, right? But there was something going on, so I just realized, I can't have this shit in the house. It's in the house, I'm gonna fucking consume it. Alcohol, even cookies. I tell my wife, get the cookies out of the fucking house, especially Oreos. I'm gonna eat a whole fucking sleeve. And she says, well, why can't you just eat one? It's like, do you even pay attention to who you're married to? I can't. I'll eat the whole fucking sleeve, and then I won't even brush my teeth. So I'll have that sugar morphine drip, like, coming down the back of my throat, and I'll have these crazy fucking Keebler Elf dreams or whatever. Get it out of the fucking house. That's what I need to do, right? That's what I learned. Like, I have no desire to do heroin whatsoever. However, if it was in my house long enough and the right set of circumstances came along, maybe I talked to my dad that day on the phone, tried to get a fucking word in. Maybe there, you know what? Maybe I'll fucking... We'll see what this is all about, you know? I'll use one of those spoons that went down the garbage disposal. No one will give a shit. I'll light it up. I'll nod off in the living room. Fall on the L-shaped couch, you know? So, whatever. I have learned that. I've learned a lot of things in life, you know? Like, here's one I learned. You know, there's a very small window in life to beat the shit out of your dad. You know? You think you got a lot more time than you do. You don't. It's sort of like ages 15 to about 17, you know? If you try to do it before 15, you're not man enough to get the job done, and then you lose, and then he just psychologically has the advantage. But if you do it after 17, now you're just beating up an old man. You know, you see his anchor tattoo, you're like, ah, fuck, he was in the Navy. Jesus Christ, I'm beating up a veteran. Oh, man, I feel like a piece of shit here, you know? All right, here's another one for you. I didn't think I was homophobic, right? I didn't. I'm not saying I'm not. I'm just saying I didn't think I was. No, because I didn't have a problem. Like, I don't have a problem with it. I didn't have a problem, you know, them getting married or any of that shit. And I thought it was totally natural. I was just like, that's just like how you're born. And when people would be like, oh, no, it's a choice. They're choosing to be gay. I love when somebody said that. Okay, let's say it's a choice. Then that would mean being straight is a choice, right? So that would mean that you, at some point, hypothetically, had a dick and a pussy on the table and had a choice to make, right? You were sitting there, all right, which way am I gonna go? Well, let's see. This one hurts more, but I get to keep my house. And then this one over here feels amazing, but everything seems to disappear down into it. I mean, this is a coin flip. As far as I'm concerned, this is a coin flip. Straight, hey, Geronimo, right? So I found out I was homophobic when I fucked up my back, and I went into this massage parlor to have somebody work on me, and they said, this is your first time here? I said, yeah. They go, all right, do you prefer a male or a female masseuse? And I, like, recoiled, like, bleh, like, oh. Like, I want a woman. What the fuck are you asking me? I know it's some man. I didn't even picture a man. I just saw a male arm from here down to here with black hair with, like, grease on it just coming up my back, going, okay, just breathe. I'm like, ah! It feels better. You fixed it. Get me the fuck out of here. Yeah, so, like, I like just the image of that. I, like, fucking recoiled. And I was almost like defensive. I was like, no, I want a woman, right? And then, you know, the way I look, in my age, I look like some creep that was looking for a fucking happy ending. You know, you can't be in there like, no matter how I said it, it came off like, yeah, I want a woman. I want a, it's like a gay guy coming, you know?